Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're diving into the final review of the Acedeck Nomad electric skateboard. First off, let's talk about the problem that I faced during my time with this board. One of the major issue was an overcurrent problem, which basically kind of scared me every time whenever I was riding the skateboard, because whenever I would go really fast and then the controller start vibrating and then it breaks me really hard and it almost shoots me off the board. And I told them about this problem and they were quick to address the issue. They sent a replacement of the ESC. Basically, it is now able to perform better and faster, because I did complain about this ESC on my previous video. It was slower than I expected, and then when the new ESC arrived, it actually became a lot faster. Speaking of performance, this board has some serious speed. With the new ESC, the top speed reaches a whopping 34 miles per hour at my weight of 77 kilograms or 170 pounds. I set the acceleration to 55% instead of 100% because at 100% I feel like there's a jerky feeling to it which can overshoot you by surprise. I found that 55% is the sweet spot for a smooth transition to the speed. It definitely does not lack in acceleration power even at that 55%. I still beat most cars on acceleration on a light when it turns green. So I did say 34 miles per hour on the remote, but on my GPS it said 32.7 miles per hour. So I guess it's about 1.3 miles per hour off. So it's really not that bad. Just keep in mind about that. Alright, now let's talk about the range. Oh boy, have I got a couple numbers for you, so get ready. So, with aggressive riding, I managed to cover 11 miles before the battery is at 25%, which the remote starts to vibrate and telling you that if you continue to ride at this speed, you aren't going to make it home. The first 3 miles, you're able to cap the max speed at 34 miles per hour, but after those 3 miles, you'll be hovering between 29 to 31 miles per hour until 11 miles are up. I guesstimate about 13 to 15 miles at most when continue riding at max speed, which is the S Plus mode. There will be a battery sag at this point, so expect to be riding between 25 to 28 miles per hour on the remote after that 25% mark. Alternatively, if you ride at a moderate speed of 18 to 21 miles per hour, which is the eco mode, I believe, you can expect a range of approximately 18 miles. Keep in mind, I ride in good weather conditions, but my weight could be a factor since I am 77 kilograms or 170 pounds. The website did say that this board should be able to get 26 miles with a 70 kilogram rider on eco mode. So I don't know about that, but this is from my experience alone. Now let's talk about the aesthetics of this board. Oh my goodness, when people see this board, they know it means serious business. I get so many people asking me, how fast does this board go? How fast does this board go? I always tell them 40 miles per hour, and then that always shocked them. But yeah, truthfully, it's only good like 34. But I want people to kind of, be like, damn, So I kind of lie and say it goes 40 miles per hour. I mean, they'll never know. Anyways, compared to my old board, it looks like an actual tank. Like the design is rugged and sturdy, giving off a powerful vibe. Oh, did I mention the sound? It sounds like a Chidori, like in Naruto. Describes like 1,000 birds chirping whenever you're going fast speed. It's pretty unique and it adds to the overall experience. It is on the heavier side, so it's about like 36 pounds. Alright, so now let's talk about some of the advantages of the Acedeck Nomad. One standout feature is the adjustable acceleration and brake curve. This means you can customize the board's behavior to your liking, making it future-proof. So if you ever feel like you're going too slow, up the acceleration. If you feel like you're going too fast, downgrade the acceleration. If you feel your braking is too hard, lower that settings as well. So you can play around with these to your liking, which is really great compared to budget boards like my other skateboard, the V8. Isn't wheel V8. You cannot control any of that except for maybe the braking level, but it's even then it has like a limit to how much you can control to it. I really didn't like the V8 now that I've ridden the Nomad so much, because the Nomad is very stable compared to my V8. Like the comfort and the stability are on another level, and you could really notice the price difference between these two decks. It provides a smoother ride even at high speeds. And also, Acedeck has excellent customer service. So they respond to your questions within a day on weekdays, but keep in mind their off hours during weekends, they won't be able to respond then. While I have mostly positive things to say about the Acedeck Nomad, there are a couple of downsides that I should mention. First, the low battery warning can be quite annoying. It's something you're just going to have to get used to. And secondly, the turn radius on this thing.
So do you see this little big circle over here? This board, I cannot make this turn. So if I were to go all the way there, all the way around, and do a U, and then go back down, I can't do it. If I loosen it anymore, like I'll get speed wobble. I'm not a pro or anything on skating or anything like that. So there's probably ways that you can mitigate speed wobbles, but I hadn't had any speed wobbles with tightening the trucks. Only when I loosen it, like, so what I've noticed is that the curve, if I loosen the truck all the way and then just tighten it like one clockwise tight, I'll be able to turn 30% more than if it was tightened all the way. So it's not going to make a huge difference being at its lowest tightness versus at its highest tightness in terms of turning. Now, the stability and control makes a huge drop. The sacrifice that you make from stability and control versus the turning radius is large. So I would rather have this tighten all the way so that I can gain stability and mobility when I'm going really fast than gain 30% turning radius. So this little circle right here, forget it. I'm not even gonna try turning it. It's impossible. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I mean. If I were to turn that big circle that I just showed you at first, just watch through the camera, I won't be able to do it. Even if I'm going slow, it's still really difficult to turn. So I'm gonna go really slow and try to make the turn. So I'm bending all the way down, but as you can see, I'm not gonna make it. I'm like on my tiptoes at the edge of the board, on my toes to try to turn it. But as you see, I still have a lot of distance to turn all the way around there. Impossible. Hopefully the Nomad 3 fixes that problem. They say that it's upgraded the trucks.
Lastly, let's talk about the size and weight of this board. It's quite heavy and it's a bit too long for my liking. Personally, I prefer a shorter board with dimensions around 39 inches rather than 41. That would be better for portability. As you can see, I have to take the board upstairs quite often in my commute. So I just wish that it was a little bit lighter and shorter. Not too short, but just a little bit shorter. I think 2 inches shorter of what it is right now would be perfect. And if it was like maybe 5 pounds to 10 pounds lighter, oh, that would be the sweet spot. So to wrap things up, let me just give you a quick performance stats. I managed to maintain a speed of 34 miles per hour on the remote, obviously. So just keep in mind that it's 1.7 miles per hour off from the GPS. I'm able to keep 34 miles per hour for 3 miles and then a constant speed of 31 miles per hour for the next 9 miles. Then the board will start, or the remote will start vibrating at 25% level. And then you will probably only have 3 more miles left within that time if you're just going to stay on S Plus mode. The range you're going to get between 13 to 15 miles per hour if you're staying at S Plus mode, or 18 miles if you're staying at Eco mode. And yeah, that's all I have for my final review of the Acedeck Nomad N1 electric skateboard. They just came out with the N3 a couple of days ago. I really want to try that one out, but unfortunately I do not have the cash to buy that. If Acedeck is kind enough to send me a a review unit, I would, be glad to take it off your hands. But anyways, so if you were to ask me if I would buy this board again, I would definitely, absolutely say yes, I will buy this board again. I don't even care much about trying other boards anymore after I tried this one. Like, you just can't compare it to any other boards. Like, the only flaw I saw is just the turning radius, and that could just be corrected with the double Kingman trucks. Or, I mean, the N3, they say that it's a lot better with the turning radius, so I really want to try that out. And then the battery life, obviously, it could definitely use a better battery life, and also the weight. So just other than that, like, it's a perfect board. And yeah, I would rate this board 10 out of 10. Would buy again. If you are out there in the market looking to maximize your money for whatever board you're gonna get, this would be the one that you should get. Not even sponsored by them. I don't even have affiliated links with them. But yeah, this is the board that you should get, man. I'm telling you, like, you won't regret it. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Again, this channel, I do a lot of different things, from e-bikes, from eating out, from working out and things like that. So if you're interested in all those things, subscribe to my channel. If you're not, thank you for watching the video, and why don't you just give a like and before you go, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.